serves. At shooting guard, Landry Shamet. At power forward, Jay Crowder. At the other forward position, Mikal Bridges. At center, DeAndre Ayton. At the other guard position, Chris Paul. The head coach of the visiting team is Monty Williams. Let's hear it for the starting five for your New Orleans Pelicans. At power forward, standing 6'11", number 10, Jackson Hayes. At forward, 6 feet 7 inches, number 5, the center position, standing 6'11", number 17, Jonas Valanciunas. Starting at shooting guard, standing 6'8", number 14, Brandon Ingram. Starting at the other guard, at 6'3", number 3, C.J. McCollum. The head coach of your home team, and your New Orleans Pelicans.
All right, you can join us. It's Game 4 of the Western Conference quarterfinals live on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony, Hall of Famer Doris Burke, and another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge, from the sidelines. D.A., take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Mikal Bridges is a big part of the Suns' growth into a powerhouse. Coach Monty Williams said of his two-way swing man, I believe he has every intangible, talent and quality to be a glue guy in that starting lineup. Mikal has an edge to him. Guys respect the heck out of him because he competes every day. Kevin, I compete every time you throw it down to me.
You do. And you're a great competitor. D.A., it is an honor to be on this broadcast with you each and every game. And certainly Bridges one to watch. D.A., thanks. And now the opening lineup for Phoenix. Up at forward, they'll have Bridges and Crowder. Landry Shamet is out there with Paul, and it's Ayton in at center. And for New Orleans, Jones is out there with Hayes. Then it's Brandon Ingram. Then there's C.J. McCollum, and it's Valanciunas in at the 5. Home in the paint. You look at the Pelicans. Greg, no doubt, this is a defining moment for them, trying to even things up after 4 games. But if they lose this one, they'll be facing elimination on the road, and that would be dire.
Yeah, and that's why I expect tonight's crowd to be out of its collective mind. The fans in this city love this team. They feel a very close bond with these players. They're the sixth man that has to provide that energy if this series is to be knotted up.
I think you've nailed it. And so the New Orleans Pelicans get the first points of the ballgame. Ayton a screen on Jones. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Fades and shoots. And it's Ayton missing.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Ayton is a player who, Greg, occasionally shoots a 3, but it's still a developing part of his game.
Yeah, you know, not the best numbers from outside. Does it to keep teams honest, but it's a far-fetched to say he can stretch a defense.
Ingram passes to Jones. Valanciunas sets a screen for Jones. And it's good, 2 points.
Well, defensively, to me, you've got to do a better job communicating once the screen comes.
Ball finds Crowder. Off the ball. Nice ball movement by Phoenix.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Pass to Bridges. Here's Crowder. Ayton sets the pick for Crowder. 5 to shoot. Paul for 3. Buries the long-range jumper.
He's been under duress many times in his career. Does not let quality defense affect him. Chris Paul, great concentration.
Now here's Ingram. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And the Pelicans making a change here. Nance is checked in. Devin Booker, he's checked in for Phoenix.
Substitution.
And so just over a minute and a half played. Jones against Bridges. And the rejection by Ayton.
Outstanding shot blocker. DeAndre Ayton off his feet in a hurry to send it back.
Crowder kicks to Bridges. Ayton a screen on Ingram. Bridges with it. Jones covering. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
So for the Suns, JaVale McGee's checked in for DeAndre Ayton. Johnson comes in for Crowder, and it's Payne in for Chris Paul. And that one falls for Bridges.
After winning 2 championships in college at Villanova before turning pro, I think Mikal Bridges has the next championship in his sights. That's an NBA title.
Alvarado. Payne covering. Graham gets a wide open look. Drops in the tray.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
McGee is screen on Graham. Pass to McGee. Out to the right wing. Here's Payne. And the layup's good off the glass.
Yeah, going hard to the rack, making a statement here early on.
And this is why you get the ball into his hands. Let him establish the pace and rhythm of the game.
He gets that one. Graham's got his second bucket tonight.
Talk about hitting the ground running. 4 for 5 to start.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and it's McGee with the jam.
But Devin Booker, known as a scorer, but this guy is able to put it on time and on target.
Here's Alvarado. The basket is good off the assist from Graham. A lot of give and take between these sides early.
And both teams look like they came to play. We should have a good one.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. The Pelicans lead by 2. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And regarded as one of the best leaders in the game today, Chris Paul opening about how his team works together.
With anything, whether it's business, work, relationships, whatever, it's communication. And I think that's something that we're doing an amazing job of right now. And that's communicating, talking through things, and making sure, even when it gets tough, that we continue to communicate.
And with this younger team, it's got to be easier for Chris Paul to lead as that elder statesman.
Yeah, at times in the past, veteran teammates didn't appreciate his constant input. Credit these younger guys, though, for soaking it in.
And we welcome you back to Game 4 on 2K Sports. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from New Orleans?
Well, going to the bench early, they obviously knew what they were doing.
As a coach, I think you get a certain feel for what your team needs. And credit this guy for not waiting around. He went ahead and made the adjustment.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Setting the floor now for the Pelicans. We've got CJ McCollum. Jones is out there with Jackson Hayes. Then it's Brandon Ingram. And it's Valanciunas in at the center position. He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, the three-point shot of Mikal Bridges seemed to abandon him early in his NBA career. Coach Monty Williams said he developed a hitch in his release. Bridges got in the lab with the coaching staff, changing his shot midway through season 2. And the results speak for themselves. Guys?
He had a career year shooting, that's for sure. I admire his work ethic. D.A., thank you. And down the road, Greg, which current player might make for the best coach?
Well, I'm always partial to the point guard. And if you're looking for leadership, man, Chris Paul, Mike Conley, those guys I think are destined to coach. I think LeBron would be a great one as well, but I got a sneaky suspicion he'd just rather own the team.
Here's Ingram after the made shot from Jay Crowder. Bounce pass Ingram. Here's Valanciunas. That's good. It's Ingram with the assist. Valanciunas has got his second bucket.
But how about you get a look at the range of Jonas Valanciunas? Gets this done with his back to the basket, or in that case, the mid-range jumper. Booker
in the corner. Another three for Phoenix.
Taking back the lead once more. Give these teams credit. Man, they are battling.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
A Swiss Army knife of a combo guard. McCollum excels at just figuring out ways to get his teammates involved.
Now here's Paul. He has 5. Johnson, a wide open look. Nailed from three-point land.
For 3.
Johnson's got the lead up to 3 now for Phoenix. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. McCollum kicks to Jones. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. And so it's Paul bringing it up for the Phoenix Suns. Crowder finds Booker. Oh, Ayton in position. Stolen by McCollum. With 4 seconds on the clock, and it's good on the way up. McCollum's got his first 2 points.
Never seems to shy away from playing in attack mode. McCollum likes to keep the pressure on the D.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Phoenix ahead. They're up by 1. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Chris, tight game. What do you think your team is doing out there so far?
We played okay. You know, we didn't defend as well as we needed to. They made a run. It's a good team over there, but we just got to keep the pressure on.
We'll see if the execution holds up. Thanks, Chris. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
Greetings, one and all. The postseason drama we love, and no disappointment here as it's a close game so far for the Phoenix Suns.
The bench scoring has been a big key for them. They came in with energy, and they were able to give the starters a real break because of the way they perform. That's the kind of production every team hopes to have from their second unit.
Looking at the scenario for the New Orleans Pelicans. Crucial game in this series. Shaq, they could fall behind 3-1 or recapture some momentum.
Feels like a must-win for them. They have the talent, but it's hard to dig yourself out of a 3-1 hole.
You know, they have their weaknesses exposed. Some of the game plan is what it is, and some of it's execution. But if they can take this game and even it up to 2-2, I could see this series going 6 or even 7 games.
And on that note, we head back to the game.
And we're happy to have you back for more playoff basketball here in round 1. Phoenix has gone a very strong 4 for 5 from three-point land in the ball game. And Phoenix, looking who they've got on the floor. Ayton is the pivot, and Crowder slides in at the 4. Paul out there with Landry Shamet, and it's Bridges in at the 3. Now, here's Bridges. Shot clock at 5. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Bridges has got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Suns. Pelicans trail by 3. Ingram dishes to McCollum. Poked away, and so the ball out of bounds. McCollum touched it last. Bridges with it. 5 points in the game. There's the pass to Paul. From the baseline. Taken away by Hayes. Ayton against Ingram. Passes it to Valanciunas.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
And that one drops for him. Valanciunas has got 6.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Crowder, a screen on Ingram. Here he goes. And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession. Phoenix making some changes. JaVale McGee's checked in for 8. Torrey Craig comes in for Jay Crowder. And it's Payne in for Paul. Now, here's Shamet. He's guarded by McCollum, and it goes down 2 points. And the Suns lead by 3.
Challenging the bigger defender, cutting him down to size with that one.
It is not an easy task trying to convert against length. Give him credit for taking on that challenge.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Now here is McGee. Bridges gets to Payne. Lock at 6. Here's McGee. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. McGee's got the lead up to 3 now for the Suns.
Boy, that's 3 for 4 this half. You like that they're starting with a little bit of extra energy. Nice.
Here's Ingram. The shot's good. Ingram's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Shamet kicks to Craig. Back to Shamet. The Suns moving the ball around. Payne with it. Now Valanciunas defending. Nice step back to get it off.
Boy, excellent start to the second half. They've missed just once in 5 attempts.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here's McCollum. 12 seconds left to play in the third. Pass to Alvarado. It's over Payne. And with that shot, the Suns' lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Alvarado. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Suns lead by 1. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from New Orleans. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feet. They had no chance to permit that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
Let's go, fans. It's the
NBA playoff round 1. Thanks for joining us as we get back to the action on the court. We've got Larry Nance. Garrett Temple is out there with Devontae Graham. Then there's Hernan Gomez, and it's Murphy in at the small forward. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. Nance with no one around. The basket is good off the assist from Graham. Nance has got his first 3 points of the game. Booker outside. Booker claws the double. And that one's good, Ayton. Ayton's got the game tied up here for the Suns.
DeAndre Ayton with a big-time shot. Go ahead, young sir.
Graham goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
They continue to battle out there. So close to taking the lead.
Yeah, but that's been elusive. They've missed a few plays along the way that they'd love to have back.
Ayton sets the pick for Booker. And the dunk by Booker.
It's one thing to know your team counts on you to deliver big buckets. It's another to take that responsibility and run with it. Go ahead, Mr. Booker.
Now here's Graham. Hernan Gomez with a screen for Graham. Over Ayton. And the rejection by Ayton. Ball up top, covered by Nance. Chris Paul, and that's good. And now it's a three-point Suns lead.
Chris Paul is no stranger to delivering in the big moments. Go ahead, CP3.
Nance sets a screen for Graham. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
And a big play, 1-3-1 right on the heels of another. And again, we're tied. And how about this crowd right now? They are bananas.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. That's tipped.
Such a strong defensive player. Bridges understands I've got size and quickness. Rejection, yes, sir.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Pelicans.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode on the defensive end.
Yeah, and something else that served them well are all the turnovers they've caused and the points that have come along with those.
Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. Crowder, he's checked in for Cameron Johnson. And Landry Shamet subbed in for Booker. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, here's what Monty Williams went over with his team during the timeout. He wants them to have an even temperament. He said, I like the energy, but don't rush. Don't force things. Let the game come to you. Kevin, it's difficult to play with everything on the line. That kind of equilibrium.
Thank you, David. .51 seconds left in the fourth quarter. McCollum deciding where to go with it. Hayes trying to break through. Bridges outside. To the inside. Crowder. It drops.
Joe, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
And taken away by Paul. Down low. Looking for Bridges. He gets it there. Paul passes to Crowder. Paul against Jones. Paul outside. Shot clock at 6. The Suns need to get a shot off. Got it.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage.
And they go to the intentional foul. Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile one block.
And that block was something. It's the playoffs, and every possession and defensive stop matters.
So it's the Suns taking the W in a close one. And now they're sitting on a commanding 3-1 lead. They've grabbed this series by the throat, Greg.
And Kevin, I don't think they're going to let it go. You could see the determination they had tonight. They don't want to drag this series out. They want to get this thing over with.
And that about wraps it up, folks. We hope you've enjoyed our broadcast of the NBA Western Conference quarterfinals. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. As New Balance presents our player of the game, Chris Paul.